cultural groups and religious groups, faith-based organizations, all gathered here. Our resolutions will be passed on to the President. Our resolutions will be passed on to the Senate. I want to assure all of us that we must not buckle up under this pressure, but we must rise in partnership with the government to ensure that the Nigeria of our dreams is built. Great ideas are built not because the opportunities are glaring, but because we search and press and ensure that they are gotten. Finally, I have a message from the Controller General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, and I'm sure that his representative will be here to also corroborate this same message. He has told me to assure this gathering of youth leaders that you can go back to your productive ventures, to your farms, to your businesses, to your industries, and to your enterprises across the nooks and crannies of Nigeria. That every issue of insecurity will be promptly and properly addressed so that productivity can thrive in our countryside and rural areas. Please, a round of applause for the
identify. And when you cannot identify opportunities, how can you succeed? Because you can actually be in a room with a drum full of water and you'll still be tested. So what we need to do as youths, well, we rely on government because the security and welfare of the citizens is a primary and primordial responsibility of the government. But we have found ourselves in such a journey where the economy of this country, if I'm permitted to use that word, has not been properly managed. And because the youth of this country constitutes the largest percentage of the population, whatever somersaults that we have in our policies affects the youth directly. And of course, you know that we are limited by action. We are limited by the things you can advocate for. Even as much as we have fundamental human rights, we also have fundamental human wrongs. Because when you engage in certain things and you go beyond bounds, different interpretations are given to your actions. Sometimes you are seen as trying to upturn, the polity. Sometimes you are given whatever kind of names as youth of this country. So it is time for us to take our destiny in our hands and look beyond our noses and know that, personally speaking, from experience, as I'm telling you, we have all been there. It's not every one of us that you see, or not everyone that is successful today had it rosy. But with persistence and tenacity, and when you are resilient and you're determined to make it, when you're determined to make it, when you see opportunities, you will be able to identify opportunities. And when you see anybody trying to engage you negatively, to go into criminality, as if that is the only window for you to make it, I think you should be wise enough to say no, because that will only destroy your future. It cannot profit you. I want to thank you so very much for listening. And also to tell you that